about negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
Hey y'all, Gravity, any day above ground, live it. Hopefully you had a fantastic start to your weekend, even though it was yesterday and it's Saturday. So I hope you have a fantastic Saturday because it's Saturday. Anyway, got to get back into the realness. It's fun to yell at trolls in the car, but we sit now on StreamYard. Let's see if they'll come in here and refute anything that I'm going to present this morning. Let's just get into it. Good morning to the room. Good morning to the room. You see the thumbnail on the screen. You saw the thumbnail before the live started. These two are going to destroy America. We've already chronicalized that, but we're just going to show you now that they have it in print and through auditory projection, they're going to destroy America. But y'all knew that, but you don't care. Because you want to be the one to say that the other person's team lost. So you can have 4 years to run around like a peacock, and y'all don't realize that the rest of the world is looking at your feathers and they're ready to take them. But we're going to get into all that. So let's see who's in the building on this beautiful Saturday morning. Wallow J, hello. Anthony Ruger Phillips, hello. Bert, hello. Jerry Bedford, hello. Black Spider, hello. Paul Hodrick, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. Mom of Two, hello. Brother Torian Rain, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Lehman Lucas, hello. Cosmo Fury, hello. Hope you're feeling better. Tatum Man, hello. And for those, wait, there was more. 225 Girl, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or in the comment thread, hello. Let's get into it. And Jay the informant. Because, of course, there's an informant. He was late. Anyway, let's get into the house cleaning, and then we're going to talk.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose, such as criticism, commenting, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, education, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Preview. Transition.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So for those who don't know, Kamala Harris talked yesterday in North Carolina, Raleigh to be specific. And she laid out her economic policy and her domestic policy and her foreign policy and all type of policies. Because they say Trump don't lay out policies. So let's start with her policy, because we know once we get to Trump, he gonna talk for like an hour and a half and we ain't gonna learn nothing. But let's see what the policies of Kamala Harris, aka Desi Harris, has laid out for the American people to vote for her in less than 90 days. Sounds like she said thank you for my D, but we're not going there this morning. We're not in the vortex yet. I'm going to be respectful. No cursing this morning. We need y'all to learn.
Hello, family and friends. Oh, it's good to be back in North Carolina. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you. Oh, it's good to see everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Please have a seat if you have a seat. Please have a seat. Mike D, so Mike D's Barbecue. Let me tell you one of the biggest fans of Mike D's Barbecue. My husband, Doug Emhoff.
Now, your husband's Jewish. What part of the barbecue is he eating? Because North Carolina is known for their pork. Maybe Mike D's makes brisket. We'll look at the menu. But go ahead.
And thank you, Mike, for sharing your story. And I'm just so sorry for what your family has been through. But you have, out of an incredible tragedy, done so much for the community, and you are such a role model. So thank you, Mike, for everything you do. Thank you. And good afternoon to everyone here. Thank you to all of the incredible leaders with us today, including my friend, the governor, Roy Cooper. Where is he? Here with his daughter. Every time I land in North Carolina, I'm just literally coming down the stairs of Air Force Two, I will shout to Roy Cooper, "What number is it, Roy?" And today he shouted 16, which is the number of times I've been in this beautiful state since I've been vice president. Every time. I want to thank your next governor, Attorney General Josh Stein. He's doing incredible work. He's going to be an extraordinary governor. Representatives Adam, Manning, Foushee, and Nickel, thank you all for your support, for your friendship, for your leadership. Chair Thomas of the Wake County Board of Commissioners, thank you for all that you do. And to all the leaders that are here today, including the students and instructors here at Wake Tech North. Thank you. So thank you all. So listen, this election, I do strongly believe, is about two very different visions for our nation. One, ours, focused on the future, and the other, focused on the past. We see that contrast clearly in many ways, including when it comes to how we think about the economy. So our country has come a long way since President Biden and I took office. At that time, we sadly remember the millions of Americans that were out of work. We were facing one of the worst economic crises in modern history. And today, by virtually every measure.
Can't get past that last name, Stein, but we knew this. But when I say something, then I'm wrong, right? Okay.
Our economy is the strongest in the world.
Your economy is the strongest in the world. Cowards! All of them! Y'all know where I was going with that. The Most High told me to be nice. The Most High told me to be nice. I understand. I'll be nice.
We have created 16 million new jobs. We've made historic investments in infrastructure, in chips manufacturing, in clean energy.
Madam, if you made these investments, why is the used car market still at where it is, where people can't even afford that? We know what the plan is. You want everybody to go get these electric/hybrid cars. We know what the plan is. So you can justify being over there in Ukraine, and you can justify being in Africa, and you can justify being in South America, getting all the precious metals needed to make those batteries. We understand the plan. You think we're stupid. It's okay. The infrastructure bill is not working. It's not. But it's okay. Lie to all these people because these people watch the news. They don't do research. Lie to them. It's okay.
And new numbers this week alone show that inflation is down under 3%.
Mm. Yet, how's that jobs report look? How's that CPI inflation report? See, you said, mm. See, they love to tell you about that inflation report, right? Because people were spending money. So that makes it look like that inflation was going down because people are spending more. You didn't tell them about that consumer price index, though. You didn't tell them that. Y'all go look at that one time and ask yourself why she didn't talk about that. And for those who don't know, the consumer price index is the price for all services. Well, sorry, all goods in the country. The main ones like food, gas, things like that. Why didn't you tell them that? But, again, you're in North Carolina. You got to get votes. You want to keep the state blue. You got to lie to them. Keep lying to them.
And as President of the United States, it will be my intention to build on the foundation of this progress. Still, we know that many Americans don't yet feel that progress in their daily lives. Costs are still too high. And on a deeper level, for too many people, no matter how much they work, it feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. As president, I will be laser focused on creating opportunities for the middle class that advance their economic security, stability, and dignity. Together, we will build what I call an opportunity economy. An opportunity economy.
So we've gone from opportunity zones proposed by Trump to opportunity economy. I thought the economy was supposed to be the avenue of opportunity. Maybe I missed this. Maybe I missed it. You're supposed to go into this economy. You're supposed to have a lane somewhere where you can achieve the American dream. What were y'all doing all this time? You had 4 years, madam. Technically 3. You had 3 budgets. 2.5 right now because you're still in fiscal year 2024. You had 2.5 years. What were you waiting for? But you're in North Carolina. You got to keep the state blue. You got to lie to the people. So continue to lie to the people.
An economy where everyone can compete and have a real chance to succeed. Everyone, regardless of who they are or where they start, has an opportunity to build wealth for themselves and their children. And where we remove the barriers to opportunity so anyone who wants to start a business or advance their career can access the tools and the resources that are necessary to do so. I will focus on cutting needless bureaucracy and unnecessary regulatory red tape and encouraging.
While OJ, I said blue for a reason because she's only focused on Charlotte, Raleigh, and what's the other one? Charlotte, Raleigh, and son of a bitch. That other big town you got, Wilmington. That's all she's focused on. They're not focused on rural North Carolina. They're not focused. They're not focused. Greensboro, thank you. They're not focused. Wilmington too, but they're not focused on that. They don't care about rural North Carolina because they think rural North Carolina is quiet. They only focus on lying to, we'll call it 40% of the population. That's all they care about. Oh, 225 girl, good morning. Did you expect her to talk like this in Atlanta? In Atlanta. Atlanta. but she's in North Carolina and she has to continue lying to the people. Let's let her continue lying to the people.
Innovative technologies while protecting consumers and creating a stable business environment with consistent and transparent rules of the road.
You a
As
damn lie.
president, I will bring together labor with small businesses and major companies to invest in America, to create good jobs, achieve broad-based growth, and ensure that America continues to define the future and lead the world. And key
Quiet on the set.
to
Can we?
creating this opportunity economy is building up our middle class. It is essential. The middle class is one of America's greatest strengths. And to protect it, then, we must defend basic principles, such as your salary should be enough to provide you and your family with a good quality of life.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Such as no child should have to grow up in poverty.
Keep going.
Such as after years of hard work, you should be able to retire with dignity. And you should be able to join a union if you choose. Building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
You mean like your a defining goal of your vice presidency was to help Black women not die on operating tables giving birth? We saw how quick you abandoned that. You know, like one of your core principles as a Democrat was to pass the Crown Act. And we've seen how that has failed miserably. And it's quite funny, family. I want y'all to follow me with this. It's funny that they were championing the Crown Act for years until she got into the White House. And then all of a sudden, with all that momentum you had from 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, it's laughable that all of a sudden now we don't hear nothing about the Crown Act federally. Nothing. Nothing. Kamami, are you telling us then that was either a red herring to get some support from a quote unquote marginalized group, or two, which is probably the most accurate, you really didn't care about Black women in their hair? That was just a campaign promise. Let us know. Hey, Trump, you want to win? This is what you do. You say, I'm going to look at that Crown Act and I'm going to sign it the first day. You want to fracture the Black women vote? Say that. Say that at the debate in front of everybody. Say, listen, you guys had a whole bill said the Crown Act, right? Why aren't you pushing that? You guys love Black female voters so much, but you're not helping them. If you vote for me and I win on day one of my presidency, I will sign an executive order making the Crown Act federal. Bruh. Do it right in front of her face. Don't mention her skin color. Don't mention her perceived race. Just say that if you want to win. Dare her. Let's see how, I'm sorry, because people get offended when I say Black. Let's see how Negro she is.
Because I strongly believe when the middle class is strong, America is strong.
But America's not strong. So that means the middle class isn't strong, which means you're lying again.
So in the weeks to come, I will address in greater detail my plans to build an opportunity economy. And today, I will focus on one element that's on the minds of many Americans as they pay their bills at the kitchen table or walk the aisles of a grocery store. And that is lowering the cost of living. So every day across our nation, families talk about their plans for the future, their ambitions, their aspirations for themselves, for their children. And they talk about how they're going to be able to actually achieve them financially. Because look, the bills add up. food, rent, gas, back to school clothes, prescription medication.
Clothes. She said clothes. Yeah, she's trying to slip it. Clothes. Get some.
After all that, for many families, there's not much left at the end of the month. I grew up in a middle-class household. For most of my childhood, we were renters. My mother saved for well over a decade to buy a home. I was a teenager when that day finally came, and I can remember so well how excited she was. I kind of understood what it meant, but we called her Mommy. Mommy was so excited, it just made us excited that she was so excited. Later in college, I worked at McDonald's to earn spending money. Well,
Where was your father? Never mind. Your daddy couldn't help. Your daddy loved you so much, he couldn't help. All right. Never mind. I'm not going there today.
Some of the people I worked with were raising families on that paycheck. They worked second or even third jobs to pay rent and buy food. That only gets harder when the cost of living goes up. When I am elected president, I will make it a top priority to bring down costs and increase economic security for all Americans. As president, I will take on the high costs that matter most to most Americans, like the cost of food. We all know that prices went up during the pandemic when the supply chains shut down and failed.
But you had 2.5 years to fix it and you didn't do it. That was your baby. You were elected to fix the supply chain. You said you could do it. You didn't do it. So this is your failure. So you need to be in full control. So that means you and Biden and them fools in there, y'all had no intention of fixing the supply chain because you were going to get paid off of it, whether it worked or didn't.
But our supply chains have now improved, and prices are still too high. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today than it did before the pandemic.
Your fault.
Ground beef is up almost 50%.
Your fault.
Many of the big food companies are seeing their highest profits in 2 decades. And while
Your fault.
many grocery chains pass along these savings, others still aren't.
Your fault.
Look, I know most businesses are creating jobs, contributing to our economy, and playing by the rules.
Are they filling the
But
job?
some are not. And that's just not right. And we need to take action when that is.
Did you hear that Negro in the back talking about some call it out? Okay, we'll call it out. That was her fault. What are you going to do about it now?
Be quiet! Shut up!
How you gonna sit up there with the proposed incumbent and you saying call it out? She was the one in office. Man, the lack of awareness, boy. He act like he over here talking about Trump. And Trump, God, Jesus Christ. The lack of awareness is hilarious. Call it out. She's on stage. What? Oh, this is why I tell you, politics is so much fun.
Case. As Attorney General in California, I went after companies that illegally increased prices, including wholesalers that inflated the price of prescription medication.
Here we go.
And companies that conspired with competitors to keep prices of electronics high. I won more than $1 billion for consumers. So believe me, as president, I will go after the bad actors.
Okay. All right. You're going to go after bad actors. Lady, you couldn't even go after people at the border. You think you're going to go after multinationals? Man, I can't hear no more. Okay. Yo. And it's sad that we have people out here caping for this. Okay. Let's just talk about the housing. Let me just get this out of the way because I got to go get after Trump real fast. She talking about building new houses, which the new units, housing units. We already know what this means. These means these big old 5, 6, 7-story floor renting buildings, rental buildings. That's what she's talking about. She ain't talking about building no homes. She wants a $40 billion innovation fund, doubling a similar pot of money created by the Biden administration for businesses building affordable rental housing units, which means all those national companies that are out here building up all those beautiful, sprawling communities in Atlanta and North Carolina and Jackson. And they're starting again in Florida. They're starting in New York, Jersey, Philly, all over the country. They're going to get more money. More money. Harris further says she can lower rental costs by limiting investors who buy up homes in bulk. Vanguard and BlackRock have already been doing that, and you didn't do nothing. You let them have it. Now, this is what pissed everybody off. Well, most people. She wants to also expand the Biden administration plan, providing $25,000 in potential down payment assistance to help some renters buy a home, so it will include a much larger swath of first-time home buyers in the country. Okay, here we go.
Sinful. It's the devil.
Wilson.
This lie, we're going to debunk this lie right now, because I see people online, they out there talking about some, oh, this is great. We can go finally get a house. I could use the $25,000. I do all this. Those like, come here, black people, because y'all sounding like them fools who don't look at financial websites. This is for migrants. This is for the Chinese migrant. This is for the chosen Jamaican migrant. This is chosen for the Nicaraguan migrant, the Guatemalan, the Mexican, the ones from South America, MS-13, the cartels, because of course they need trap houses. It's for everybody else except you. This is not a program for Americans. We already told y'all this. From the big vanguards of this sector of YouTube all the way down to us on the street level, we done told y'all they're not looking out for you. They're looking out for themselves. They gotta house these migrants somewhere, right? The hotels get expensive. They don't want to keep paying Hilton and IHG and the rest of these conglomerates all this money to keep migrants in these hotels. The staff is overworked. They're quitting. They need to get those replenished. So yes, Vanguard and BlackRock, they got all the houses. They keep buying them up. The government's going to kick them a sweetheart deal. They're going to throw all those houses on the market. It's going to be beautiful. But by the time you're ready to go get it, some or 17 people already put a bid on it. And you can't get in because they're basically going to walk in there with government money plus whatever money they got in your pocket. And all you have is money in your pocket. Oh, Reparations Nation, but that's going to be the gimmick, because once they put those houses on the market, the prices are going to start dropping very quickly, and everybody's going to be thinking, oh, the economy's great, until you find out when you start buying them houses, you finally find your one, it's off the market within 17 hours. It's a game, because once you have all these homes off the market, what does that say? Oh, people are making money. People are working. It's a beautiful economy. And people aren't doing the research. They're just seeing surface level. Oh, boy. This is what we're going to do, family. I'm giving you the information. I'm not telling you how to vote. If you believe in that program, that's great for you. I don't. Then she's talking about medical costs. She's talking about bringing down medical costs. She put out a whole PowerPoint slide about bringing down costs of drugs. Right. You knock off $1,000 for a drug. That's supposed to make somebody excited. Okay. I'm not wholly for Medicare for all. I understand why people like it, but you still need a balance in the system. But of course, what politician you know is going to give you balance in the system? They have to live off imbalances. But there go. You got to command me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that part. You got to pay your rent consistently for 2 years. Easy for a migrant. They're getting the money. The government's paying for their rent, so they can't ever be late. Not like Byron Allen, but we'll talk about that one day. Byron Allen pulling the old, I told you I ain't got it. Don't call my phone no more. But, you know, it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's get to Trump quickly because I got to get to work. Now, Trump unveiled his policy. You saw that in the thumbnail. He actually talked policy. I couldn't believe it. He finally did policy. I mean, it required him to fire people and hire people, but he finally did policy. So here you are. Here are the 20 promises in the Trump RNC 2024 platform. Number 1, seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. That sounds beautiful, right? That sounds beautiful, right? That sounds beautiful. Until you look at the surface level. And Trump, for your people, you got some splaining to do. You got some splaining to do. Because why would you have this as your number 1 and then you go outside and say this?
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Basically, we're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to get the energy prices down almost immediately, and we're going to close the border, and we're going to get the crooked ones out, the bad ones out, and we're going to let a lot of people come in because we need more people, especially with AI coming and all of the different things, and the farmers need, everybody needs. But we're going to make sure that they're not murderers, killers, drug dealers, and the kind of people that we have largely coming in right now. Okay?
So you're in favor of immigration, even though you said it'll close the border. But when I tell y'all that he got Israel in his pocket or he in their pocket, I'm wrong for saying that, right? Okay. I'm wrong. Say less. Number 2, carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. Don't you love it? You love it. Check this out, though. I bet y'all probably didn't know this. Bye-bye. Yeah. But when I tell them that he's in Israel's pocket, I'm wrong. When I tell them Kamami's in Israel's pocket, I'm wrong. They don't seem to realize that asylum is a Jewish issue rooted in the lessons of the Holocaust as well as the Torah. Mark Hetfield, the HIAS CEO, told JTA, assistance to Israel is crucial, but not at the expense of America's commitment to refugee protection. Therefore, open borders, and your man's over here talking about we gotta let some people in. Your man's over here saying for AI in the tech sector, I got to let people in, not put Americans that need jobs, that have them qualifications, put them to work at least. We're going to bring them in. Your man's big business, but y'all cool with that. Hey, MAGA, why you cool with that? Huh? Why you cool with that? This is why nobody respects you. Y'all flip-flop. Every time that man say something, you clap like seals. But stuff like this, you don't say a word. Call your man out. All right. We continue. End inflation and make America affordable again. You can never end inflation, you fool. Okay. Make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. Not going to happen. First off, OPEC is going to turn their back on us. So how's that going to work? Number two, we don't have the infrastructure to produce like that unless you're planning to raise taxes everywhere. And let me guess, you saw what happened with the first George Bush. You don't tell people you got to raise taxes right before an election. Stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. You said stop outsourcing, yet you want to break. You said stop outsourcing, but yet you want to bring people in here who have the qualifications to do what you want to do. That's technically outsourcing. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Might have been Lindowski or one of them. Whatever. Large tax cuts for workers and no tax on tips. Okay. Okay. No tax on tips. Great. So you're not going to tax money they hope that they're going to get. You're taxing money. You're not going to tax money that people hope that they get. You're just going to tax them on the little $5, $6 an hour they make. You're going to hope. Okay. Defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. Wonderful. I like this one. You know why I like this one? Because I'm sure on the first day, you're going to say, if you win, I will not recognize, and the US will not recognize the laws of the UK regarding social media, which means if you say something egregious and the UK wants to arrest you, your State Department will protect you. They will not come send you an arrest warrant. We will send it to them and we'll be like, that's great, wonderful. We're good. To take this little bit of money and forget about it because we're the cousins. I'm sure you're going to tell everybody that. Prevent World War III, restore peace in Europe and in the Middle East, and build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over our entire country, all made in America. An Iron Dome, which is going to cost money, and it's going to go right to the military industrial complex. How does that help Americans? I guess y'all are not confident in your abilities to protect Americans. You have to become Israel West. Okay. Okay. Y'all voting for that? Let me know in the comments if you're voting for that. And the weaponization of government against the American people. Now, this one I laughed at, and I had people at work look at me crazy in the break room. And the weaponization of government against the American people. He's not serious, is he? He's not serious, right? He can't be serious. 45, come here. Let's blow that one up. 45. You do know this includes them cops, right? No, Mr. I want to give them full immunity to do their job. You do know this includes them cops. You know this does include the FDA that keeps suing black farmers and taking away their land. You do know that, right? That does include the SEC that allows them banks to deny people loans and gives them underappreciated values for their homes. And it takes nefarious means to get it to court. You do know that. You do know that includes the court system, right? That includes the penal system. Pause. You do know that, right? Well, we told him he's not self-aware. It's okay. Stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish the foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. Lock up violent offenders. Violent offenders. Okay. Yeah, okay. And how do you propose you're going to do that? Because there's only one solution, and I don't think Americans would like that too tough. But that's probably what you want. You're going to put the military on the street. That's the only way you can fix this. And they know that. You're going to trade in dark blue suits and black suits, uniforms, you know what I mean, for camo. That should be fun. Rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. Where is Torian? Where is my DMV people? I did not realize Washington, D.C. got destroyed. I didn't realize this. And it's funny that he said this. Let me see. Okay, so he didn't write it in this. It's also funny because he wants to talk about building 15-minute cities. Oh. Zach, good morning. If you think the military is gonna join up with the police, I got a bridge in Manhattan that's blue that's over 100 years old. I give it to you at a discount. The federal government will tell NYPD you got to follow us. Ain't no way in the world. I didn't realize K Street was destroyed. I didn't realize U Street, they were having, gang wars on there. I didn't know that. I didn't realize Georgetown was being occupied. Lord have mercy. Rebuild I read that. Strengthen and modernize our military, making it, without question, the strongest and most powerful in the world. I thought it was already. So that was another lie y'all been telling us. So it's not the strongest and most powerful. Okay. They'll just keep lying to us, family. Just keep lying to us. Keep the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. Well, they've already gotten rid of the petrodollar when it comes to oil. So I don't know how you're going to pull this off. Nobody wants to deal in the dollar anymore. They want to deal in each other's currency. Makes it easier for trade. They can dictate the price themselves. Fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. Didn't they up it to 67? So it's already changed. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate and cut costly and burdensome regulations. Chevron deference has entered the chat. But let's deal with the first part. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate. Now you know damn well Toyota and them ain't going for that. You know that. They're making hand over fist selling them electric vehicles. They're all over the road. And if you think they're going to surrender the electric vehicle market to Rivian and Elon Musk, you're insane. Nobody said you can't have an electric vehicle, but you sitting up there saying that everybody got to have one by 2026, that was insane. He's going to relent on this. You watch. He'll say something like 40% of the market should be electric vehicles. Or he's going to say something stupid like you should have the option to make your car either drive gas or electric. Huh? You know he's going to say something stupid like that. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory. Here we go. Radical gender ideology and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. let's hope to God he does not have somebody from PragerU in his cabinet or in an influential position if he wins. Because this right here, they're going to try to get rid of Black History Month. That right there. This is their man. Keep men out of women's sports because that's such a problem. All right. Deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. Oh, but wait a minute. Didn't you not just say this, sir? Freedom of speech. Now you want to deport people if they want to support Hamas? That's counterintuitive, sir, but you know, you're Trump. You figured that out. Secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. But if you're giving these migrants social security cards, what's the problem? If you can use a green card to vote, well, I don't know. I don't know the exact thing with that, but if you're giving them access to social security benefits, why does that mean they can't vote? You okay. That's why 19 is very confusing. Unite our country by bringing it to new and record levels of success. Why wasn't this number one? But okay. And that's the policies that these two destroyer of worlds are trying to get you to focus on one and denounce the other so you can make a vote. Yeah.
Be quiet! Shut up!
All y'all can go away. Like real talk. Y'all can all go away. I don't want to see none of you. Y'all all make me sick. And then y'all out there, you melanated folk out there dancing for this. I don't care what side it is. You dancing for this. Because you want to be part of something.
Yo! Look at the coos. Wow!
I dislike y'all. Because she is Obama. She's the Obama of South Asia. Again, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you who not to vote for. I'm presenting you the information. I already know who I'm voting for. I figured it out November 15th, 2022. All I can do is present the information. I know it's not a positive way to start off a Saturday morning, but, you know, we got to give you the information. It doesn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. But maybe we'll make your lives at the end of this live a little bit happier. Should we do that? I think we should do that. We'll leave you with a video. It'll get you to laugh a little bit. Would y'all like to laugh a little bit before we get up out of here? I think y'all like that. So let's do it.
you know, let me go here. There's a, I'm gonna move on. There's a growing concern in.
That's how everybody that is telling you not to vote for Trump or command me, this is what they're doing after that check clears. Hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. I'll see you when I see you. It ain't going to be tomorrow. Unless something happens. But definitely Monday, we will be live on this here YouTube. And we will have a guest. I ain't going to tell you who it is. But we're going to have a guest. And we're going to have a fun conversation. Now I got to go to work. So y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. Don't do this.
Time's up.
But did we have a good time here? Hello?
At the end of the day got to end.
Get your money up, not your funny up. Big fucking move.
That's it.